Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to techgooch, and here I'm back with another router or networking product. This is the Portal. Ignition Labs, Ignition Design Lab sent this over to me to review, and actually they sent me two of them so I could actually do it in a different system, but this is the Portal Wi-Fi router. It is unlike other traditional Wi-Fi routers from all the big companies out there in how it actually runs and operates. It is pretty awesome. I will tell you that right out of the gate. It did exactly what it says it will do from all of my testing that I did. And I've actually had it for several weeks now and actually put it through some pretty good tests. Let me pull it out and actually show you what it looks like. I put it back in the box just for you guys. It is this big white box. Now inside here there are 9 antennas. Each antenna has a discrete amplifier. There are 4 LAN connections on the back in addition to the wide area network connection for the modem or whichever you're connecting to. 2 USB ports, you can use that for storage or for printers. So it is a useful USB port, and of course power. And of course there's a reset button there as well. It does come with, like most routers out there, a Ethernet cable that you could use. I already have all mine ran, so I typically don't use the one in the box. And just so you can see it at least, this is the power adapter. If there's one thing that I never like having bricks on the wall. Putting something inline would be always better in my personal opinion, but I do like that it's a side brick, so it's not blocking ports on a power strip. Because you're still going to want to make sure that this is protected from power fluctuations, things like that. So let's get that out of the way. The paperwork that it comes with, let's just go over that real quick. Just tells you about the Portal, and then it gives you a quick 5-step setup scenario on how to get this thing running. Best way to, at least how they recommend, is downloading the app. There's an app available on Android and iOS, and you download it and set it up like a lot of the mesh systems out there today. I will tell you, for advanced setup, meaning if you want to actually go in and change custom IP addresses, things like that, anything within the quality of service stuff, you're going to want to go through the web setup or into the web access of it through your browser, and that'll give you more stuff that you can actually set up. So I will have a setup video which will be on my GeekSmart channel, so keep tuned for that. I will post a link at the bottom and a card as well, probably directly to it, but you can head over to GeekSmart if you want to pay attention for that one specifically. This is more of the review after I've used it. So, what they claim is that a single portal, when placed properly in a home, can cover about 3,000 square feet, which is way more than most routers out there. It's no doubt. Now, if you've watched my other setups and why I use Wi-Fi mesh systems or multiple node systems, my home, while not 3,000 square feet, in total it's about, I think, 2,400, give or take, upstairs and down, has walls that hates Wi-Fi. So if I use a single node router, just a basic router, I won't get service 2 rooms over. The transmission doesn't like going through my walls, especially upstairs. If I use a 2-node system, most 2-node systems don't work. I have to do a 3-node system really to get full coverage. Hence the reason the Orbi never really worked out for me. As much as I loved the Netgear Orbi, it just didn't work as well for me for that wireless transmittance. I like to use the Develop. I love using the Eero. Those can be wired together. In my house, I kind of have to wire them together to get a quality signal between the 2 nodes. And that's changed since the Portal was introduced to me. The Portal, because of several things. First of all, most routers that run at 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz have a specific set of frequencies that they can actually operate at. Portal, even under FCC regulations, can actually run at a larger amount of it. So it has about 3 times larger Wi-Fi capability or coverage, or up to 3 times more Wi-Fi transmittance to the router itself, or connection-wise, than most routers. It can actually operate at the 5 gigahertz frequencies that radar is typically ran at. So it has access to spectrum that other routers don't. So especially if you live in an apartment or in a building or in the city where you're nearby a lot of other routers that are maybe competing at the same channel, or this is something that you might want to take a peek at just for that specific circumstance. Even if you don't have a large home, this can actually run at different frequencies that other routers cannot. It is also continuously scanning that and making sure that it's actually running at optimum performance, which is awesome. Coming down to setup. I actually placed this in my home, just one of the portals. I did not take the second portal out of the box. I decided let's give it a test. Let's see what it is like with a single one. It gave me coverage almost through my entire house. Even when I was on the far side of the house where I would typically not even be able to pick up the router, I was able to pick it up. I got one Wi-Fi bar and I was able to connect. It was spotty, not something that you want to maintain, but I was blown away at that. I was like, holy cow, it can actually run. And I obviously scanned my house to find the frequency that worked best. It does have beamforming, and that was with beamforming turned off. Beamforming is not turned on by default. That's what I found out real quick. So beamforming actually will help you, the portal here, actually direct that Wi-Fi signal to devices if you're familiar with how it works. So that's when I decided let's crack out with the second one. Let's see how a two system works in my home. Like I said in the past, most mesh systems that I've used, when I've used a two port system or a two router system, still quite isn't enough. There are still typically dead spots in with my house. The nice thing about the portals are you can run them wirelessly, you can run them wired together. You can do either. So obviously Wi-Fi mesh systems, most people are going to use them wirelessly. I almost have to run them wired all the time, just because of my walls. So what I did was when you set up the second one, you'll actually go to the main router, especially if you're going to run it wirelessly. You set the second one down right next to it. You plug it in. You plug the Ethernet cord from the wide area network port for the secondary one to one of the LAN connections on the primary one, and it actually pulls the data off. And when you set it up, you pair it to the main one, and it pulls all the information. Once the setup is complete, then you disconnect it and take it on its merry way to where you actually want to have it placed. Place it, start it up, and then it should automatically connect wirelessly to your setup. That's how you set it up. And of course, I'll have a video for that again on GeekSmart. But in my home, I did it like that, and I actually had it connected wirelessly from where I typically cannot get signal to the main portal. They were actually working together, even through a wireless connection between each other. I was amazed because that's never happened. I've never been able to get even any extender that I've done in that specific scenario, because they're on opposite ends of the house and they have to go through all my walls. So it wasn't a fast connection. Connecting to the second one, I wasn't getting near the speed that I was at the first one, at the primary, but it was working, which was crazy. So then I actually reset the second one and did a wired transfer from the main, the secondary router to the main one, reset it up, and speed was almost, literally just as fast at the second one as it was on the first one, because you're doing a wired transfer now. I don't have dead spots in my house at all. There is not a single dead spot that I haven't been able to find, which is awesome. I've never had that before. I've always had somewhere that it may not be a dead spot, but it may be a spotty connection. And even, I will say probably my shower. If I actually went in the shower with my phone, it probably wouldn't be very good, because that has tile and all the mesh. That's kind of like a Faraday cage right around it. So that doesn't work very well there, but that's neither here nor there, and I don't use my phone in the shower anyway. So, but in the bathroom, it actually works. Even sitting on the toilet, which is right next to the shower, it actually works. I have no dead spots. And that's only with two of these guys. So, without going into all the craziness and setup and things like that, which I will do on a separate video, I'm just getting down to basics. This thing is awesome. And for anybody out there that has a setup where you have spotty situation for connection, this thing is your guy. Definitely check it out. If you're in a situation where you're in a cluster of houses or apartment building or something like that, check out the portal. It is very easy to set up. It maintains. You don't have to do any of your own channel scanning. It's going to do it for you. It works very, very, very well. I don't have to restart it. There's a lot of things that are requirements for me, which is why when I test routers, I test them for a longer period of time than probably a lot of people do, because I'm not so much, okay, how fast is from device A to device B, how fast is it going to actually get for the throughput, things like that? Well, if it's fast, it's fast. This is a fast router, so transfer rate and everything is good. Is it going to be as good as maybe like an X8 Nighthawk or something like that? Probably not. But it doesn't have all that fancy high-end gaming stuff. This has all universal plug and play. It has all the features built into it that you really, really want in a router. But the Wi-Fi capability, which is what 90+% of people want, this is your baby. It's one of those that it's a breath of fresh air when you're from a situation where you're just trying to find the best of the bad batch, right? And I'm not saying they're bad. The Develop is a great system. The Eero is a fantastic system. The Orbi is a fantastic system. They're all really, really good systems. And I can't wait to showcase more products. But as of today, for people that, especially in congested areas, highly recommend checking out the Portal. So I will post links to where you can purchase this on Amazon. If you purchase through those links, you are supporting this channel, and I want to say thank you very, very much. I also will post links directly where you can find out more information directly from the Portal website. And if you have any questions or comments, please post those below. Share and subscribe to this channel. I would highly appreciate it, because the more people I get on here, the more people I can reach, and the more products we get in here. And I really want to say thank you to the guys over at Ignition Design Labs for sending over the portals. They are fantastic. You guys are doing great work, and I can't wait to see what comes out next for when you do an upgrade to this, because this is a fantastic product as it currently sits. So, with that said, guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video. I hope I covered at least majority of the things. I understand I didn't go into the menus or anything like that, but I will go into that with on my Geek Smart channel. With the setup, you'll actually see the app. You'll actually see all those things. So, definitely check that out. Otherwise, check us over on social media at techgooch. I'm trying to get more and more stuff over there. So, but stay tuned for future videos, and we'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you soon.